Hey troops, GeneralJSmith here, back with the last summer 2014 set review. And today we are doing it on, finally, the Jedi Scout Fighter. Set number 75051, ages 8 to 14, comes in 490 pieces and retails for £60 or $60 in the US. So, straight off the bat, as a lot of people have said, the price per piece is, well, it's not, it could be better. If you've been watching my LEGO movie reviews, you know that the price per piece on those is a lot better, although that isn't really a themed set and doesn't really have a brand, because, like, when it comes to Star Wars and Indiana Jones and other such things, the reason the sets may be more expensive is because they have to give a portion of the money to the Star Wars Corporation, like Lucasfilm and all that. So that's one of the reasons, but even so, and also the fact that they don't as such go on pieces to price the sets, they go on the size of the pieces and the pieces themselves. For example, a set may have a ton of pieces, but if the pieces are very small, it'll go for a lot cheaper, because they're a lot cheaper to make. But anyway, so I'm not going to go through the full reasons why this is so late, but bear in mind, I have wanted to get this ever since I saw it. I just love the general look of the vehicle, and the minifigures are, yeah, they're pretty cool. The set itself, the features and stuff is pretty cool. At the end of the day, this can't be as good as some of the other sets, just because it's not actually canon to Star Wars. And I know recently they made an announcement saying, oh, the expanded universe and the comics. Alright, so starting off with the minifigures, of course the main guy of this set is Jack 14, or another, well, sort of the good guy version of him. In Jack 14 Stealth Starfighter, of course we did get Jack 14 then, but he was slightly different. He was actually this guy right here. As you see, there are many differences, which I'll go through in a minute. And I've got to say, as a minifigure wise, I probably prefer this guy. He just has more printing. I think he looks cooler. The colours, the differences are cooler as well. This one looks very bland, well, just very much like a stormtrooper, really. I'm not too happy with it. Also the fact that, of course, they're both wearing helmets, but this one got a hairpiece with it. This one did not. He just gets the stormtrooper helmet, so that's kind of annoying. But anyway, they both come with these lightsabers, where they're exactly the same as other blue lightsabers. In fact, apart from the fact they've got white hilts. I guess, I don't know what to symbolise, maybe a good guy-ness, whatever. I'm not going to go through the story of Jack 14, I've done a whole video on that, it's just, yeah, check out that video. But yeah, so the figure, I guess, is pretty cool. I mean, nothing too special. If you've got Jack 14 Stealth Starfighter, then there's really no reason for you to get this guy. Even if you find him cheap on eBay, really there's no reason. In all honesty, you get this arm. Again, the very nice arm. The only ever, I believe, transparent, slightly transparent arm. We've never had this before, ever, and you can actually see, if you look close, you can see a bit of the hand in the blue to show it actually is transparent and just painted that way. So, yeah. I kind of wish, I mean, I guess this does make more sense, obviously, but I kind of wish they'd switched arms, so this one would have been the transparent one, just so that you could get a minifigure and have both of their arms transparent, but of course you can't do that because they're both the same arm, if you know what I mean. But anyway, and of course, what I would love to see is the ghosts. You know, you get those like Force ghosts, like Obi-Wan, and they like you know, to see them the entire minifigure in this kind of style. I know it'd be really expensive, but it'd be really, I love it. But anyway, so yeah, the printing then is pretty basic. I guess it's kind of cool. So yeah, kind of the clone trooper slash stormtrooper armor, I guess. You have to appreciate again, this is not in any way canon to Star Wars, so LEGO can basically do what they like. There's not really any rules regarding what, you know, came and whatever. Helmet is just a standard Stormtrooper mold, but you've got some different printing. Of course, nothing on the back. By the way, this is lightning arm, if you didn't know. Lightning arm. Moving on the face. He does have a two-sided face. That's his standard face. Again, he does not come with a hairpiece. I wish he did. The last one did as well. And this is his lightning face, you know, to go with this arm when he gets really mad and shoots people in the face with lightning. It is pretty cool, I've got to say. It does kind of look like a superhero when he does that, but even so. Yeah, it is kind of for children, the Droid Chronicles, I've got to be honest with you. It is more for children than I would have liked. It's not really my cup of tea. But yeah, that's a really British way of saying it, isn't it? Anyway, just a quick comparison to the old one. As you can see, I personally prefer the old one. As I think a lot of people do, just for like the red and the more detail, the printing, all that, it's just, it looks better, significantly. Yeah, the faces though, faces are absolutely no different, they are exactly the same, I do believe. I just dropped the helmet, but whatever. So there you go, there's no difference in head printing or anything like that. But yeah, there's not really much more to say. That is basically Jack 14. Well, you'd think he is meant to be in the set because it's Jack 14's set. I guess this is the upgraded version of his Starfighter. Is Jack 14 Stealth Starfighter? I don't know. Maybe he redesigned it, whatever. But even so, that is Jack 14. And I think let's now just get on to the other minifigures. The next one is another Jedi. Next up we have the Arthurian Jedi Master, I believe is his name on the box. Now, in other reviews, you may have heard that this guy apparently did show up in, I'm not sure if many of you know, but there was a previous version of the Clone Wars before, like, time 8, and it was the Clone Wars between, I think, time 2 and time 3 is when it happened, or, like, when it came out. And it was basically the same sort of thing, except the animation was slightly different. And in one of the last episodes with General Grievous and all that, you did see a Jedi who was this species fighting him. Yeah, spoiler alert, he does in the end die, which is kind of unfortunate. A lot of people have said, you know, that's the same guy. I can't really comment. At the end of the day, there are quite a few Jedi of different species. Like, there are quite a few Jedi in this species. So I don't know if it's that guy. It does kind of look like that guy, but I don't know. That's kind of racist, the species, isn't it? But anyway, so the minifigure itself there is really, really cool. I don't believe we've seen... No, I think it was on Jabba's sail barge. We got the same mold, I believe. I'm not 100% on that. But even so, I'm really glad we get him now. Really, the main, I think, attraction of this figure is, of course, that new head mold. And this is, of course, one of the most common alien species we've ever seen in Star Wars. They were one of the first ones we saw in Mos Eisley's Cantina, and everyone seems to be going mad about them. The torso printing is decent, I guess. Pretty standard Jedi sort of robes and all that stuff. Very nice. Yeah, we've got some more Jedi robes going towards there. On the head, well, I guess the head, we have this sort of hood thing that kind of is meant to go up from the Jedi robes. It sort of goes over, so that's kind of cool. This, by the way, that slit there, that's meant to be their mouth and where they breathe out of. Because actually, fun fact, there's this one point in the Clone Wars where Anakin's threatening to choke one of these species, and it's kind of strange to see how he's being choked, because obviously they don't really have, well, they sort of have necks. It depends where you think it is. You know, it depends where you think the head stops and the neck begins. And actually the Lucasfilm team had a kind of fun time deciding that. But anyway, so, yeah, the eyes do have significant detailing in them. But yeah, really, that's basically him. He's the Erathonian something Jedi Master, something it says in the box. But anyway, so he's a really, really cool figure. I've got to say, probably the one I most like in the set, just because I've already got Jack 14 before, and I think the old version of him was better, therefore I guess this is my favourite minifigure, although the minifigures in the set are exclusive and are really cool. But there you go then, that is the Erathon Jedi Master with his green lightsaber. Next up we have this RA7 Protocol Droid. Yeah, really, this is a really cool droid actually. We've seen him before, like in previous things, not just the Clone Wars and all sorts of things really. And this has actually become a fairly common droid to see, along with some other sort of extra droids, like the Gonk droid. He's basically exactly the same as a normal Protocol droid, i.e. C-3PO, except for his head, which is a different mold. And I'm glad Lego finally made him into Lego. Not sure if they ever would, but clearly they did. It's a bit weird they did, though, because it seems like this is the only set they'd ever do it. And I did watch Season 2 of Star Wars, the Yoda Chronicles, and I didn't really see a guy like this. So I don't know what that's all about. Speaking of which, I didn't really see this guy either in the Yoda Chronicles, but whatever, let's just go with it. But yeah, really, so the printing is very cool, though. Kind of reminds me of like Geonosians. Is that just me, like the zombies, the Geonosian zombies? It kind of reminds me of them. But yeah, really, there isn't really much to say. Pretty cool figure. You know, you can see that's meant to be wiring right there. You can kind of see a resemblance to Protocol droids like C-3PO. But yeah, really. That is RA7 Protocol droid. A pretty cool droid. I'm glad they added him. I guess I'm just glad they added him just because now we have him. But in all honesty, I don't really know why they did. It doesn't make much sense. We do have another astromech droid there, but that seems more sense. It's just The minifigs in the set, I don't even know. There's a lot about the set which I'm curious about, quite frankly. But even so, it's still a cool set, and this is a cool figure. I'm glad they added him. But yeah, really, I think let's just go on then to the, what is it? Astromech Droid, I think it's what it's called. Alright, so here we have the Astromech Droid, as you referred to. It's kind of unfortunate for him that he doesn't have an actual name like most Astromechs. You know, so that's, yeah. Although saying that more and more in these sets, I think LEGO's sort of getting lazy and not really thinking of names for droids anymore. Like with the V-Wing from 2014 as well, and other sets, we haven't had names just called the Astromech Droid. So yeah, but anyway, so yeah, he's a cool Astromech Droid. I mean, Astromech Droids are just Astromech Droids, really. There's nothing amazing about them, in my personal opinion. Although it would be cool to see like a little army of them. I've said this before. But yeah, we are getting more different ones rather than just R2-D2 the entire time. Saying that though, R2-D2 is the most recurring LEGO minifigure of all time. If you didn't already know. But yeah, so this isn't just like a reprint of him. Because generally with Astromechs you may get like, oh, they're just completely white. And instead of blue for R2-D2 they'll have like red or something. But no, this is actually different. It does have like, it's completely blue, darker blue, with this, I don't really want to describe it, kind of sand green, lime green color, I guess. I'm not an interior decorator. I don't know colors. Yeah. But yeah, really, there's nothing really to say. The printing as such is exactly the same, except for obviously the colors. It's always nice to get more Astromechs. I would always love, of course, Astromechs to have back printing. I've said this before. That's my ever-long goal for Astromech to have back printing. Don't know why, but whatever. And yeah, that's really him, the Astromech Droid. Again, we don't really see him in the Yoda Chronicles either. We see very few of the characters. We only really see Jack 14, and that's it. You know, so yeah, but that is our Astromech Droid. I think that's basically it. The minifigures then, nothing really more to say. I think it's now just getting into the set itself, which is, this is cool. Alright, so moving on to the set itself, as we see here. I've got to say, if you've watched David Hall's review, otherwise known as Solid Brick Studios, of this set, then he mentioned at one point this looks very much like the Batwing, and I've got to agree with him. You know, quite frankly, that is the reason I think it's so cool. Because of course, the main reason I probably like the set is the actual design of the set. Everything else is, yeah, it's cool, but it's like, the real reason you want this is just for the design of this. Because, you know, there's no other real reason, I've got to be honest with you. And for a while, you know, I thought this was really cool. I don't really know why, you know, compared to other sets. But then he said, oh, it kind of looks like the Batwing. And I've got to say, yeah, that was completely right. It looks very much like the Batwing. And that is why I love it so much. And you've got to agree with him. Come on. It looks like the Batwing. But anyway. So, this actually does have a fair amount of features. Most of them are in the back. So, we'll just head there first. Alright, so, these flaps do open. These are the exact same flaps we get on, like, the Jedi Interceptors. And actually we do get, well, not the exact same piece, but like, same sort of system in the Inquisitor's TIE Advanced, whatchamacallit. So yeah, they fold out very easily. Like, so they're meant to be at this angle most. You'd think they're meant to be like at this angle. That's generally how they're meant to be on the Interceptors, but no, they're meant to be this angle. Yeah, of course, when it's landed, they fold back in. But yeah, so there you go. Personally, I don't really like them out. I think it looks a lot cooler when they're in. There's no printing or stickers on these. Normally, you would have stickers on like the Jedi Interceptors, but yeah. The engines are very, very cool. They don't move or anything. They don't do anything. Like, you don't push them forward and flick-fly missiles come out. They're there. But they are very cool, I've got to say. I really love the design of the engines. Just the way they fit into the set so well. Here, this is probably the main bit where you have this cannon. It spins 360. Yeah, very simple. If you want, now this of course does lift up, but if you will lift it up, as you may have noticed, you've got to hold down this and lift that. If you don't, see, like that, and that can be a problem. Mainly because, as you see, if you lift this up, you have a crate inside, which extremely easily falls out. So this crate is pretty simple, nothing really to it. You got 3 grenades there, pretty cool. Nice to see we're getting in more in other sets. If I open up these crates, you'll see in here we have a couple of hologrons. Oh yes, remember those days in 2013 and 2014 where we got hologrons in basically every summer set. Yes, some sort of holocron, even though it wasn't meant to be there. So in this one we get a green one and a blue one. pretty standard, really. We've seen this sort of stuff before. Hologram, yeah. Now, you may think because it's got these pieces here, and because of these pieces on the side, you may think that it connects to something inside, as most of these type of things do. No! As you see, there's literally nothing for it to stand there by. This is completely flat, smooth wall, smooth things on the floor, there's not even any rails. Hence the reason this is extremely annoying, because if you lift the cannon a bit, this comes with it, and if it's only a bit at an angle, like just a bit of an angle, it will fall out. So, yeah. That is a bit of an issue, I've got to be honest. I wish they had some way they could at least try to keep it in there, or try to make this go down further. And also, you may be thinking, oh, can't you just open this little thing rather than the entire thing? No, you cannot. This is attached, as you see there, at the 90-degree angle, like it is stuck there, rather than the TIE Fighters, which can move both. So, but yeah, it's just a mechanism of how it works. Got some really nice detailing here, I've got to say. Nice detailing here, and all this. Although, saying that, when I really think about it, really don't oh no, sorry, there is more features about the cockpit. So this is a double cockpit, as you see in front of you. Kind of like the snow speeders, in the way you have one in the front, one in the back, and one of the gunner, I believe. So yeah. There is no studs here, they just literally lie there. You know, which is, I don't really like that. I don't like them to completely on studs, but maybe like 2 studs in front and just plates underneath, you know, is probably the best way. Just, yeah. We're going to put Jet 14 in here, just to see how he is. Okay, so he'll go in the front, and by the way, that is a printed piece there. And we're going to stick, who is this? I don't know his name. The Thorum Jedi Master thingy guy. We'll stick him in the back, even though he wouldn't do this at all, and he's not in any way necessary to set, but we'll stick him there, and we'll stick him there. By the way, his head does eventually fit, but you do really have to push his legs forward, and you do really have to make him sort of almost lie down. So yeah, but that's also a printed piece there, by the way. In the back, you can see there, as with the X-Wings and all these other sets, of course, we get a little space for the stromech. And I've got to say, I'm glad they gave us like a full space rather than making them go sideways. Because remember, in some of the X-Wings, to try and make it easier, they try to make the stromech go sideways. It's like, I like it the traditional way. So I'm glad they're making him probably the proper way. But yeah, I think it's basically all the features, apart from like the missile things. By the way, you do get 3 of these, because you get 2 of them and 1 spare, of course, is always the way. And because it's a good guy set, of course, you get the green ones, or the blue ones. Although we don't see the green ones that often. Hell, I'll fire both of them, just because I will. Alright, so you see them both in there. Okay. Very simple, yeah. Oh, fell off the table. And then the other one. Yeah, so there you go, that's the spring-loaded shoes. You get 3 of them, as I said. By the way, these don't move. The wings in any way do not move. They are fixed in place. For some reason, I thought they moved. Like, I thought these went up and down. I'm not sure why. They're probably just from looking at the bat wing for too much. You get a couple of cannons there. They are attached on either side, of course. You get another cannon on the end tip of each wing. Just really, really cool. I think these are... Oh, no, these aren't printed. No, we have seen printed versions of these. For some reason, they feel the need to go back to these stickers, even when they already have printed versions of a piece. They still want to put in stickers. The stickers there, on that side as well. There's a fair amount of stickers, some you don't see. Put it on an incredible amount, just, yeah, look on the undersides. That's pretty simple, nothing really to see there. You do have to hold this, because as I said before, it is very, very loose, so that is an issue. But yeah, really, I've got to say, this set is pretty simple. There's nothing amazing to it in terms of features or, you know, just on paper, I could see why this set could be passed over because the price per piece isn't very good at all. It has 490 pieces and is £60. 50 would have a much better price, although it does have large pieces. The minifigures, yeah, they're cool. They are exclusive, which is always a drive, but they're not amazingly special. Like, you're not going to go in the store and pay £60 just for the figures. You know, I can't see them going for a massive amount on eBay. So, you know, on paper, I could see why this may be passed over and not think it's a very good set. But I've got to say, I really do enjoy it. I'm glad I got it. And I actually probably, well, no. I'm not going to say I spent the most effort, but, like, I probably was looking for the set considerably more than most other sets. Like, generally, if I don't get a set in a line and say it's the new year, I won't really go back to that line, because I'll think, oh, well, I missed that set, I'll just go on to the next one, because LEGO Star Wars is always releasing new stuff, so I have to pass over sets. This one, however, I deliberately went back and picked this up, because of just how cool it is, because it's just so awesome. I'm so glad my parents got it for me for Christmas. So, yeah, but anyway, that's it though, really. I've got to say, I do, again, very much like this set, but I will talk about that more in the conclusion. I think it's now time we get on to the instructions. Sorry everyone, I just forgot to mention the fact that the cockpit is removable, if I can. Okay, and it simply slides out like so. Unlike the rail back here, it does actually have one. You see there, it's kind of dark because it's black, but that is a rail. And it does slide on with these, and it attaches. You see that hole goes in there. So yeah, it is detachable. I guess there's an escape pod. I don't have no idea how this would fly because it doesn't have an engine or wings apart from these things. So no idea how to fly, but I guess it's an escape pod of some sort. But yeah, so that's very simple, and that's probably one of the most interactive features of the entire set. If I can, oh no, that is on. Just because, well, yeah, really. But anyway, so sorry about that. Now let's just continue back on to the review. Alright, so on to the instruction manual then. The instruction manual is extremely basic, nothing to it. It's only one, of course, because it's like a not very large set, but even so. On the back we have Win, yada yada, Lego Club, you know. We have the rest of the 2014 summer line. I have got that one, now that one, and that one. I've reviewed them all, and you can check those out on my channel. By the way, the Let's Build of this set will be down in the description if I haven't already mentioned it. Now, I know a lot of people think that is the best set here. I personally don't. I personally prefer the Imperial Star Destroyer, but yeah, and I would have got that, but of course it's ridiculously expensive, like £35. It's like, no way, I'm not paying that. But anyway. So there you go. That's the minifigures for, what's the entire line? I'm not sure. Oh, that's also including the minifigures from the MTT. Yeah, I think we already know my feelings on that. I think that's just the summer line, if I believe. Yeah, I don't think there are any winter line minifigures there. And of course, that's but yeah, really. There you go. Nothing really to instruction manuals. Very basic instruction manual. This is a, if I can find it, it is a 74-page build. So, yeah. There you go then, that's the instruction manual, very basic, very cool. Let's just go into the box then. Alright, so this box is refusing to stay up on me. You may notice behind it there's like this little stand thing which I use for minifigs just to keep it standing. Because it's ridiculous annoying. But anyway, okay, so you hear down here, minifigures, and of course the names of them. Ithronian Jedi Master. I don't know. Something. There you go. You can see the Yoda Chronicles. This is from the second season of the Yoda Chronicles. Will they bring a third back? I doubt it. In all honesty, I doubt they'll make a third season. There's just no need now. Back in the days before we knew about Star Wars Rebels and Episode 7, maybe. But now there's no need for the Yoda Chronicles. So, yeah. But anyway, so there you go. Got some box art. I have no idea what planet that is. Some green planet. And I'll just show you for the last time, this is the box art of 2014. So that's, yeah, that's the last time I'm going to show it to you because I'm not doing any more 2014 sets. That's unfortunate. But anyway, so there you go. There's Jet 14 there. Got the other minifigures. I've got to say, the back of the box is pretty cool, I've got to be honest with you. Yeah. Oh, apparently those clips are for the lightsaber and the weapons, I assume. I guess it's kind of cool. Of course, don't even make sense, but even so. I'm feeling a lot in this review, I guess. But anyway, so yeah. Those are dimensions. I like this. I've got to be honest. They should bring that back. I like these things in the back of the box. So yeah. I guess that's the reason it's got the holocron, because the Yoda Chronicles is kind of about the holocrons, but even so. I don't know why he's got a green holocron, but whatever. Yeah, really. That is the box. Nothing too special. Now we're going to conclude this review, and I'll show you the cockpit coming out. That's kind of embarrassing that I forgot that, but anyway, so yeah, let's go and conclude this review. Alright, so here we are in the conclusion of my Jet Jedi Scout Fighter review, set number 75051. So I hope you enjoyed this review. If you do give it a like down below. Now then, I've got to say, this set, well, I've said it before, I like it purely for the design of it. The set itself, I guess, is decent. It's average, I guess. There's nothing particularly wrong with it. I don't think this will do too well in sales, understandably, just because very few people will know about it unless you've literally watched the Yoda Chronicles. And even if you've watched them, I'm not 100% you're actually going to go out and buy this, especially for the piece-price ratio. This is a £60 set, and I mean, now that we've got a 2015 line, you know, but even back in 2014, there were so many other sets you could have got for probably a better price, and it's just like, this could have been pushed aside, I think. So that's probably the reason this probably didn't do very well in sales, like Jet Forty Stealth Starfighter. I think it's unlikely we'll be seeing another Yoda Chronicles set, which is, I guess, kind of sad in itself. I never really got into the series. I don't think many people did. I think it was just created because the Clone Wars was ending, and no one even knew about Star Wars Rebels Episode 7 yet. But now that we've got those things, there's really no need for any Yoda Chronicles, so yeah. But anyway, so that is my review then of the Jedi Scout Fighter, set number 75051. I've said that twice now. So I like the design. The design is very, very cool. I'm glad I got it at the end of the day. You know, but now I'm afraid this does really pull an end to my 2014 reviews. Even though, technically speaking, this happened in 2015. I'm sorry, I've just been so jam-packed with so many other stuff. But even so, I'm unlikely to go back to 2014 unless, like, I may get some other sets I didn't get just sort of casually. But if I do, it won't be for some time. I'm much more focused on 2015 lines, other lines, themes, and all this stuff. I'm very much getting into Lego Movie now. But, so yeah. If you enjoyed this review, please do give it a like down below. Please leave down in the comments, whatever you like. If you ask a question, I am more than likely to answer it, because fortunately, I am small enough so that I can answer every question put to me. So make sure you leave them down below. And of course, please subscribe to my channel. I'm hoping to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of January. I don't know if it's possible. I hope it's possible. But we'll see. So, thank you guys so much for watching again. I guess I'd recommend buying this if you've got nothing else to buy. If you've just got £60 and you're like, oh, I don't know what else to buy. I appreciate not many kids will just have £60 and think, oh gosh, I'm so, you know, spoiled that I just don't know what to buy. But even so, if really there's no other sets you particularly want, this is definitely not a bad set, not a bad choice to get. I recommend going on eBay or Bricklink or finding a cheaper way to get this. Perhaps be a lot better value then, but yeah, I guess it is kind of collectible, if in a way, just in the way that it's kind of unique, because we're not going to see this again, you know. Yeah. But anyway, so I will see you in another video. I hope you've all enjoyed watching, and officially now I'm starting to get into the actual 2015 LEGO Star Wars line of sets, because they've really been pushed back because of so many other reviews, but now I'm going to get into it and get in my stride. So, thank you guys for watching again, and I will see you in another video. Stay awesome. Bye, troops.